Have you ever done something wonderful, but no one appreciated it? Or do you know exactly how that feels? Because sometimes, even if you do everything right, people might not value you. They might ignore you or even take you for granted, or treat you like you are just an option, which can damage your self-confidence and make you want to give up. Especially when this happens with loved ones like family, friends, or a partner. This situation can be even more painful. Before we start this deep journey and move on to discovering these psychological secrets that will change your life, listen carefully. If you care about your personal development and want to master human relationships, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Like the video and share your thoughts in the comments because your support is very important for the growth of this community. And now, if you are ready, we are starting to explore those secret paths to people's minds and hearts. Some people might say you should not care what others think about you and should only focus on yourself. They might even quote Stoic philosophers who say we cannot control how others perceive us and should be content with our own actions. Although Stoicism guides us in many areas, sometimes it is necessary to benefit from psychology too. But what if I told you there are scientific ways to get people to notice you, respect you, and make you a priority? What if I told you that you could become more influential, more attractive, and more valuable to others? Wouldn't you want to learn how to do it? There are some strategies that can help you achieve this. They are based entirely on psychology, science, and human behavior. By applying these strategies, you can ensure that the people you value keep you in their minds at all times. You can become a priority in their lives and see the appreciation you deserve. First of all, the most fundamental principle we need to focus on is being rare. This means you should not always be available, always acceptable, and always predictable. Why, you ask? Because when something is rare, it becomes more valuable. Think about it. When something is rare, people want it more. They are willing to pay more for it, and they value it more. This is called the scarcity principle. It applies to human relationships as well. For example, think of a friend who always calls you, texts you, and invites you to hang out. You lout him, but you are not very excited when you see them because you know they will always be there no matter what. Now imagine another friend who is very busy, has many interests, and travels a lot. You do not see this friend very often, but when you do, you feel very happy. You look forward to their calls, messages, and invitations. You value their time and presence. Which friend do you think is less available and therefore more valuable? The same logic applies to romantic relationships. If you are always ready for your partner, if you always agree with them, and if you always do what they want, listen, you might think you are being a good partner, but in reality, you are making yourself less attractive. You are giving them what they want too much, too soon, and too easily. You are not challenging or encouraging them. You are not creating any mystery or excitement or making them work for your love. So how can you be rare? Do not always be the first to call, text, or initiate contact. Sometimes let them reach out to you and show that you are interested. Do not always say yes to everything they ask or suggest. Have your own ideas, preferences, and boundaries. Say no when you do not want to do something or when you have other plans. Do not always be available for them. Have your own life, hobbies, and goals. Spend time with other people and do things that make you happy. Show them that you have a lot to offer and that you are not dependent on them. Do not always be predictable. Sometimes surprise them with a gift, a compliment, or a spontaneous plan. Show them that you are fun, creative, and adventurous. Make them wonder about you and what you will do next. Be vanguardi. You will make yourself more valuable. You will create a sense of urgency and fear of loss. You will make them want you more and appreciate you more. You will become a priority in their lives. The second critical point is to be different. This means you should not be like everyone else, but rather stand out from the crowd. Because when something is different, it becomes more noticeable. When something is unique, people pay more attention to it. They are more curious about it, and they remember it more. This is called the von Richthofen effect. It applies to human relationships as well. For example, imagine you are at a party and you see a group of people wearing similar clothes. They're talking about similar topics and behaving in similar ways. You might not remember them or feel any attraction towards them. They are all the same, and they are all boring. Now imagine seeing someone wearing something different, talking about something different, and behaving in a different way. This person might catch your interest. You might want to learn more about them. You might find them more attractive and more memorable. They are different, and they are interesting. The same logic applies to romantic relationships. If you are like everyone else, and doing what everyone else is doing, you might think you are normal and safe. But in reality, you make yourself less attractive. You are not showing your personality, your uniqueness, or your value. You are not expressing your ideas, your passions, or your dreams. You are not being different. So how can you be different? Do not be afraid to be yourself. Show your true colors and embrace your quirks. Do not try to fit in or please everyone. Be authentic and be proud of who you are. Do not be afraid to be different. Show your style and taste. Do not follow trends or norms. Be original and creative. Do not be afraid to be different. Show your knowledge and skills. Do not hide your talents or achievements. Be smart and confident. Do not be afraid to be different. Show your humor and charm. Do not be boring or dull. Be funny and charismatic. By being different, you will make yourself more noticeable. You will create a sense of curiosity and a desire to learn more. You will make them interested in you and make them remember you. You will become a priority in their lives. The third step is to be valuable. This means you should be a solution or an asset, not a burden, a problem, or a liability. Because when something is valuable, it becomes more attractive. When something is useful, people need it more. They are more grateful for it, and they rely on it more. This is called the reciprocity principle, and it applies to human relationships as well. For example, think of a friend who constantly asks for favors, complains about their problems, and expects you to solve them. You might not like this friend, but you feel obliged to help them. You know they will never do anything for you or appreciate what you do for them. Now imagine another friend who always does you favors, listens to your problems, and offers you solutions. You might love this friend and feel grateful to them. You know they will always be there, and they value what you do for them. Which friend do you think is more valuable and therefore more desirable? This situation applies to other relationships as well. If you're always a burden, a problem, or a liability for your partner, you might think you are showing that you need them. You might think you show how much you love them. But in reality, you make yourself less attractive. You are taking more than you give and creating more stress than happiness. So how can you be valuable? Do not always ask for favors. Offer favors. Help your partner with their tasks, goals, and challenges. Show them you are supportive and care about their well-being. Do not always complain about your own problems. Listen to their problems. Be empathetic and understanding. Show them you are a good listener and that you hear them. Do not always wait for them to solve your problems, but offer solutions. Be proactive and resourceful. Show them you are a problem solver and can handle any situation. Do not always take from them. Give to them. Be generous and thoughtful. Show them you are grateful and appreciate what they do for you. By being valuable, you will make yourself more attractive. You will create a sense of gratitude and a bond of trust. You will make them need you more and trust you more. You will become a priority in their lives. The fourth strategy is to be mysterious. This means, instead of revealing everything about yourself, you should keep some secrets, some surprises, and some mysteries. Because when something is mysterious, it becomes more attractive. People want to explore it more. It interests them more, and they enjoy the process of learning more. This is called the curiosity gap, and it applies to human relationships as well. For example, imagine meeting someone who tells you everything about themselves, their life, Past, future, likes, dislikes, fears, hopes, everything. You might feel overwhelmed by this information and lose interest in them. You know everything there is to know about them, and there is nothing left to discover. Now imagine meeting someone who tells you some things about themselves, but not everything. They leave some gaps, some uncertainties, some clues. This person might fascinate you, and you might want to learn more about them. You do not know everything there is to know about them, and there is a lot to discover. If you reveal everything about yourself to someone, you might think you are being honest and building trust. But in reality, you make yourself less attractive. You leave no room for mystery or excitement. You are not stimulating their curiosity or imagination. You are not being mysterious. So, how can you be mysterious? Do not tell them everything about yourself. Let them discover some things on their own. Share some details, but not all. Leave some questions unanswered, some stories unfinished, some secrets untold. Make them wonder and ask. Do not show them everything you can do, but surprise them with some skills, talents, or achievements. Reveal some of your talents, but not all. Leave some surprises, some twists, some revelations. Make them impressed and admire you. Do not do everything they expect you to do, but surprise them with some actions, gestures, or plans. Do some things they like, but not all. Leave some unpredictability, some spontaneity, some adventure. Make them excited and happy. Do not always be consistent, but surprise them with some changes, improvements, or transformations. Have some things they know, but not all. Leave some growth, some evolution, some innovation. Surprise them and make them proud. By being mysterious, you will make yourself more attractive. You will create a sense of curiosity and a desire to learn more. You will make them interested in you and make them enjoy the process of learning more. You will become a priority in their lives. The fifth strategy is to be a challenger. This means you should not be easy, simple, or boring, but rather difficult, complex, and interesting. Because when something is challenging, it becomes more rewarding. When something is difficult, people want to achieve it more. They are more motivated about it and feel more satisfied when they achieve it. This is called the goal gradient hypothesis. It applies to human relationships as well. For example, think of a task that is very easy, simple, and boring. You might not be very interested in doing it. You might not be proud when you finish it. You know you can always do it, and it requires no effort. Now imagine a task that is very difficult, complex, and interesting. You might be very interested in doing it, and you might be very proud when you finish it. You know you cannot always do it, and it requires a lot of effort. If you are simple and boring for the people in your life, you might think you are comfortable in avoiding conflict. But in reality, you are making yourself less attractive. You are not challenging or encouraging them. You are not creating any tension or passion. So how can you be a challenger? Do not always agree, or sometimes disagree. Have your own opinions, perspectives, and arguments. Do not be afraid to argue or challenge their views. Make them think, and make them hear you. Do not always do what they want, but sometimes do what you want. Have your own goals, ambitions, and dreams. Do not be afraid to pursue them or achieve them. Make them support you and admire you. Do not always be nice to them, but sometimes tease them. Have your own humor, wit, and charm. Do not be afraid to joke or flirt with them. Make them laugh and make them call you. Do not always be the same, but sometimes change. Have your own style, taste, and personality. Do not be afraid to experiment or try new things. Make them curious. By challenging them, you will make yourself more rewarding. You will create a sense of motivation and a desire to achieve more. You will make them work for you and feel satisfied when they succeed. You will become a priority in their lives. The sixth strategy is to be social. You should not be isolated, lonely, or antisocial, but rather connected, popular, and social. Because when something is social, it becomes more attractive. When something is liked by others, people want to like it more. They are more influenced by it, and they conform to it more. This is called the social proof principle. It applies to human relationships as well. For example, imagine seeing a product that no one buys, no one reviews, and no one recommends. You might not be very interested in buying this product, and you might not trust its quality. You know it is not popular and has no social proof. Now imagine seeing a product that everyone buys, everyone reviews, and everyone recommends. You might be interested in buying this product, and you might trust its quality. You know it is popular and has a lot of social proof. If you are isolated, lonely, and antisocial, you might think you are loyal and focused on the people around you. But in reality, you are making yourself less attractive. You are not showing your value, your influence, or your popularity. You are not creating any social proof or competition. So how can you be social? Do not isolate yourself from others. Connect. Have many friends, acquaintances, and connections. Do not be afraid to network or socialize with them. Make them love you and respect you. Do not be lonely. Be popular. Have many fans, followers, and admirers. Do not be afraid to showcase or share your achievements, talents, or skills. Impress them and make them jealous. Do not be antisocial. Be social. Have lots of fun, excitement, and adventure. Do not be afraid to go out or try new things. Attract their interests and make them join you. By being social, you will make yourself more attractive. You will create a sense of social proof and a desire to conform more. You will make them influenced by you and make them want to be with you more. You will become a priority in their lives. The seventh strategy is to be positive. You should not be negative, pessimistic, or unhappy, but rather positive, optimistic, and happy. Because when something is positive, it becomes more attractive. When something is good, people want to be around it more. They are more inspired by it and feel more positive themselves. This is called the emotional contagion effect. It applies to human relationships as well. For example, think of meeting someone who is always negative, pessimistic, and unhappy. They always complain, criticize, and blame. They always see the worst in everything and never smile. You might not like them very much and feel more negative yourself. You know they are not good and have no positive energy. Now imagine meeting someone who is always positive, optimistic, and happy. They always compliment, praise, and appreciate. They always see the best in everything and always smile. You might be very attracted to them and feel more positive yourself. You know they are good and have a lot of positive energy. If you are negative, pessimistic, and unhappy, listen, you might think you are being realistic and expressing your feelings, but in reality, you make yourself less attractive. You are not inspiring those around you or cheering them up. You are not creating any positive emotion or positive vibe. You are not being positive. So how can you be positive? Do not complain. Compliment. Find something good in every situation and every person. Do not be afraid to express or share your gratitude, admiration, or love. Make them feel good and valuable. Do not criticize, praise. Find something good in every action and every effort. Do not be afraid to acknowledge or reward their achievements, talents, or skills. Make them feel proud and motivated. Do not blame. Appreciate. Find something good in every mistake and every challenge. Do not be afraid to learn or grow from them. Make them optimistic and feel resilient. Do not be unhappy. Be happy. Find something good in every day and every moment. Do not be afraid to smile or laugh. Make them positive and happy. By being positive, you will make yourself more attractive. You will create a sense of positive energy and a desire to be around you more. You will make them inspired by you and make them feel more positive themselves. You will become a priority in their lives. The eighth strategy is to be respectful. You should not be rude, disrespectful, or abusive, but polite, respectful, and kind. Because when a person is respectful, they become more attractive. Think about it. When something is good, people want to be treated by it more. They are more loyal to it and respect it more. This is called the liking principle, and it applies to human relationships as well. For example, think of meeting someone who is always rude, disrespectful, and abusive. They always insult you, mock you, and hurt you. They always treat you like trash and never care about your feelings. You might not like them very much and feel angry, sad, or scared. You know they are not good and have no respect for you. Now imagine meeting someone who is always polite, respectful, and kind. They always compliment you, appreciate you, and support you. They always treat you like a human being and always care about your feelings. You might be very attracted to them and feel happier, confident, or safe. You know they are good and have great respect for you. If you are rude, disrespectful, and abusive to people, you might think you are dominant and showing them who is boss. But in reality, you make yourself less attractive. You are not showing them your love, interest, or value. You are not creating any respect or trust. So how can you be respectful? Do not insult them. Compliment. Compliment. Find something good in their appearance, personality, or behavior. Do not be afraid to express or share your admiration, attraction, or love. Make them feel beautiful and special. Do not hurt them. Support. Find something good in their goals, dreams, or passions. Do not be afraid to encourage them or help them achieve them. Make them motivated and feel successful. Treat them like a human being, not trash. Find something good in their feelings, needs, or desires. Do not be afraid to listen to them or empathize with them. Make them feel valuable and loved. By being respectful, you will make yourself more attractive. You will create a sense of respect and a desire to be treated more by you. You will make them loyal to you and respect you more. You will become a priority in their lives. The ninth strategy is to be authentic. What does this mean? It means you should be real, honest, and sincere. Not fake, dishonest, or pretentious. Because when you are yourself, you become more attractive. When something is authentic, people want to be with it more. They are more influenced by it and feel more connected to it. This is called the authenticity principle. It applies to human relationships as well. For example, think of meeting someone who is always fake, dishonest, and pretentious. They always lie, cheat, and manipulate. They always pretend to be someone they are not, and never show their true selves. You might not be very influenced by them and feel more deceived, betrayed, or disappointed. You know, they are not real and lack honesty. Now imagine meeting someone who is always real, honest, and sincere. They always tell the truth, keep their promises, and act with integrity. They always show their true selves and never hide their flaws. You might be very attracted to them and feel more trust, admiration, or respect. You know they are authentic and have a lot of honesty. If you are fake, dishonest, and pretentious to people, you might think you are being smart and getting what you want. But in reality, you are making yourself less attractive. You are not showing your true self, your true feelings, or your true intentions. You are not creating any authenticity or connection. So how can you be authentic? Do not lie. Tell the truth. Be realistic about your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Do not be afraid to admit your mistakes or apologize. Make them feel you trust them and make them feel safe. Do not deceive them, but keep your promises. Be true to your commitments, values, and principles. Do not be afraid to stand up or defend what you believe in. Make them feel admiration and respect. Do not manipulate them. Act with integrity. Be fair to yourself and others. Do not be afraid to say no or set boundaries. Make them feel you respect them and that they are equal. Do not pretend to be someone else. Show your true self. Be realistic about your strengths, weaknesses, and quirks. Do not be afraid to be vulnerable or imperfect. Make them feel you are attractive and connected. By being yourself, you'll make yourself more attractive. You will create a sense of authenticity and a desire to be with you more. You will attract them to you and make them feel more connected to you. You will become a priority in their lives. The 10th and final strategy is to be balanced. You should not be overly obsessive or unhealthy, but moderate, flexible, and healthy. Because when something is balanced, it becomes more attractive. When something is balanced, people want to be a part of it more. They are more comfortable with it and feel more balanced themselves. This is called the harmony principle. It applies to human relationships as well. For example, think of meeting someone who is always overly obsessive and unhealthy. They always go to extremes in everything they do. They obsess over everything they have and always neglect their health and well-being. You might not like them very much and feel more stressed, anxious, or exhausted. You know they are not balanced and there is no harmony in their lives. Now imagine meeting someone who is always moderate, flexible, and healthy. They always find the right balance in everything they do. They know the value of everything they have and always take care of their health and well-being. You might be very attracted to them and feel more comfortable, calm, and energetic. You know they are balanced, and there is a lot of harmony in their lives. If you are overly obsessive and unhealthy towards the people around you, you might think you are showing that you are passionate. You might think you show how much you love them, but in reality, you are making yourself less attractive. You are not showing your maturity, your stability, or your value. You are not creating any harmony or balance. You are not being balanced. So how can you be balanced? Do not go to extremes, but find the right balance. Be moderate in your actions, feelings, and expectations. Do not be afraid to compromise or adapt. Make them feel comfortable and safe. Do not obsess over everything, but appreciate everything. Be flexible in your attitude, perspective, and choices. Do not be afraid to let go or change. Make them feel appreciated and important. Do not neglect your health, but take care of your health. Keep your body, mind, and soul healthy. Do not be afraid to exercise or rest. Make them feel energetic and happy. By being balanced, you will make yourself more attractive. You will create a sense of harmony and a desire to be a bigger part of your life. You will make them comfortable with you and make them feel more balanced themselves. You will become a priority in their lives. These strategies are not for manipulating or tricking anyone. They are to help you improve yourself and your relationships. They are to help you show that you are valuable and show your worth. They are to help you become the best version of yourself and attract the best people for you. Remember, you are not just an option. You are a priority. You deserve to be treated with respect, appreciation, and love. You deserve to be happy and make others happy. You deserve to be a priority in someone's life and make someone a priority in your life. So do not settle for less. Do not heave up and do not stop trying. You have the power and potential to achieve everything you want. You have the power and potential to become a priority in someone's life. You just need to believe in yourself and follow these strategies. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.